Hello and welcome. This is John Person, and I'm just going to give a quick tutorial here to show you how do you get the indicators up on a chart. Well, first off, click on the chart, just actually right click your mouse, and then you'll get a drop down menu that'll pop up, and what you want to click on is to insert analysis technique, or more importantly, you can just click on insert analysis group. So I click on analysis group. Now, depending on your time horizon, as you can see here, you have several to choose from: daily, monthly, quarterly, weekly. Now, what I would recommend is if you have a daily chart, you want to look at least monthly pivots. I would put a weekly chart with quarterly. You can, for person's daily, I would use, if they're daily pivots, I'd use like maybe an intraday chart, like a 60-minute, something of that nature. So let's just throw up a monthly pivot analysis and hit OK, and voila. Now what this signifies here is immediately you have our proprietary histogram indicator. Then all of a sudden you notice that we've got the monthly pivots, you have the moving average, and the dots, which we have converted to the newer version for you with arrows. And here's what I mean by the arrows, which makes it very unique. Before there were just dots, and now you have identifiable arrows. What we look for, of course, are buy signals for a push of momentum to the upside under specific conditions. When we start to see that the momentum histogram is showing that as prices are declining into support, basically what this indicator suggests is that the market's running out of that bearish steam and it's getting ready to fire off to the upside. When you finally do get a trigger, as you can see, a trigger develops right here on that day. The very next day there's amazing follow through, or at least we like to see follow through when we get these triggers. So with that said, you can simply download those once again by right clicking, go to insert analysis group, or simply insert analysis technique. If you hit analysis technique, you want to click on JP Advanced Trading System version 1, and it changes, and we update the software to accommodate TradeStation's upgrades. So when you do go for looking at the indicators themselves, depending on your time horizon, if you are interested in longer term outlook and you wanted to include the quarterly pivots, just click on quarterly pivots, and as you can see, the quarterly pivots will populate. Right click again, format analysis technique, and let's just, we've got too many of the same thing, so we'll just remove one. That's okay. And let's just eliminate or turn off the quarterly for right now. You do that by hitting status. Just highlight it, hit status. Well, I want to keep quarterly actually. What I want to get rid of is person's monthly just for a moment. So hit status. And as you can see, now I have quarterly pivots uploaded onto the chart. You can continue to utilize as many different time periods as you want. If your time horizon is looking for what the current quarter will be, as you can see, as time goes by, it's illustrating a higher red. We see higher red line than the prior time period, and an equal to, well, slightly higher with the olive green. That's the pivot point moving average. You can see it is giving a bullish bias for the quarter. When you combine the support, which is the blue, that's pivot support, and that's what the market's been holding against in this time period. When it coincides, as we teach in multiple courses here on how to really effectively use pivots, especially person's pivots, let's go back and look at format analysis technique. Let me turn monthly back on, and you will note that we have what's called a confluence. The monthly pivot is green, the quarterly pivot was blue, and the market stopped at a confluence of those pivots, which can be found once again by simply right-clicking on your mouse, insert either analysis group or insert analysis technique. If you want group, it'll give you your choice whether you want daily, monthly, quarterly, weekly pivots. If you click on insert analysis technique, once again, you can select from this list of your time periods that you would like pivots. Needless to say, when you include the group, another feature that you get, just to bring this into focus, is not only do you get the pivots, but also you get our proprietary low close doji, high close doji indicator. You also get my last conditional change bearish and last conditional change bullish indicator, which only is covered and carried by TradeStation. So it is a very unique feature and is an extremely valuable tool for all traders to have. Let me demonstrate one more second what the last conditional change bullish and bearish features do for you as a trader. All right, to speed things up, I've turned off everything except for these two functions, which is LCC, last conditional change bearish and bullish. Now let's look at the charts. Okay, a bullish is a white line. So if you had a buy signal, it would suggest that the market is still bullish until a new last conditional change is created or we break below this white line. If the market's bearish, a last conditional change creates a gray line. Now this is two things that you would do. If you're bearish the market, it's a place to look for keeping your stop out of harm's way. So if you were short, your stop would go above the gray line. If you were long, your stop would go below the white line. Now, as you can see, at certain times you have, as it adjusts in time, it gives you where your stop should be, right? So if the market doesn't close below that level, then it goes up, and then all of a sudden as you start to trade below these white lines, as it did right here, clearly as you can see, the close of this bar is below this white line. That's a last conditional change. This would be from someone who would be long and riding the trend, trailing their stops is a great feature, number one. Number two, it's also an area that if you are looking for a short for confirmation, if it closes below that white line, you look for a reversal of the trend. So the last conditional change helps to identify not only how to trail a stop, but also key pivotal areas that we see directional trend change levels come from. Gray are for identifying bearish reversals, meaning if the market's going down, you don't want to see the market trade and close above the gray line. It would indicate a bullish upside move. The white line is a bullish reversal, so that if you were buying the market, your stops go below the white line, and if the market closes below that white line, it indicates a reversal from bullish to bearish. And that's the feature that you have when you insert, when you right click once again and you use your tool and insert your JP Advanced Trading System. It comes complete with the high close, low close doji, bullish and bearish last conditional change. This can be utilized not just on a daily time period, but also, in fact, for short-term day traders to identify if there is a trend breakout in the market. As you can see, when the market goes through a period of trend downturn, as soon as you break that gray line, the market went up. And as soon as it broke the white line, the trend was defined as moving lower. All of a sudden, when we broke a higher time frame or longer degree time frame, you'll note what happened. The market started to move up. And if you had an earlier buy signal, your stop went below the white line, you would just be trailing your stop until finally you would have been stopped out of a trade at that point in time and allowing you to ride the trend. So that's one of the main features for utilizing the last conditional change bullish bearish feature, which is exclusive to TradeStation. I hope this finds you well and improves your trading. And any time that you ever need more assistance in learning about our indicators, you can simply visit our website, which is www.personsplanet.com. There's all types of great information here regarding our university training, our training room, how we do things, books, courses, our indicators, of course, on TradeStation, and our tutorials. You can go over here to tools, and if you go to this link, you'll see instructional videos, and you can get more information on how to utilize whatever topic or what we've talked about. Is a great area here to get in great information, instructional videos. So that's how you do it. Also, if you want to just simply contact us, the upper button here is Contact Us. Simply enter your name and email, subject matter, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Also, keep in mind, this is our blog site. This is my weekly observations. Just hit the continue reading button. This gives you my thoughts and observations on the markets and what I'm looking for and what areas or stocks that we're kind of interested in, stocks to watch for buy setups, and we list what they are, what sectors they're in, and earnings dates, for example, seasonal spread trade opportunities for those that are interested in futures, reports, events, as well as earnings during earnings season. So there's a lot of great resourceful information to help you succeed in the markets, and certainly we look forward to hearing back from you. Thank you.